just going to talk about the reciprocal ratio. So reciprocal is when you flip something. So if you had 2/3, the reciprocal would be 3 on 2. So when we flip our trig ratios, okay, so with the reciprocal ratios, this means when we flip sine theta over, like sine theta is equal to opposite on hypotenuse, we get hypotenuse on opposite. Now when we flip it over, we actually call it cosec theta. And a way to remember this is quite magic. If you look at the third letter will tell you that cosec is the reciprocal of sine. So basically cosec theta equals hypotenuse on opposite. Cos theta, it also has a reciprocal ratio. It is equal to adjacent on hypotenuse. When you flip that over, you get hypotenuse on adjacent, and we call this one sec. And magically, if you look at the third letter is a C, cos. So it means by the third letter rule, you can see that it's an easy way to remember it. So that means we've got sine is cosec, which is hypotenuse on opposite. Cos, sec theta, is hypotenuse on adjacent. So it's just, we call it the reciprocal of cos. And then tan theta has its very own reciprocal as well. So tan theta is opposite on adjacent, so it becomes adjacent on opposite. So that means that tan theta, the actual name for the reciprocal ratio for this one is cot, and very magically, it's quite amazing, that one, the third letter, is tan, so that's an easy way to remember it as well. Okay, so if you put tan theta, instead of being opposite on adjacent, it flips over and becomes adjacent. For cot, it becomes adjacent on opposite. So if you have a triangle, we'll call this A, B, C, and we want to find, for example, some of these ratios. So we might want sec B, for example, and I'll make this 3, 4. And okay, so if we don't have the third side, you just use Pythagoras to find it. Now we should know 3, 4, 5 triangle, but you could just go x squared equals 3 squared plus 4 squared, which is 25, and then square root it. So sec, you go to the third letter, it's cos. So it's hypotenuse on adjacent, because cos is adjacent on hypotenuse. So if you're looking at B, the hypotenuse is 5, and the adjacent would be 3. Okay, so we went to cosec B. Cosec B is third letter sine, so the reciprocal is H on O. So H on O would be 5 over 4, because it's with B. Okay, so we went sec A. So sec A, the opposite and the adjacent will change for sec A, if you're looking at A. So it's going to be hypotenuse on adjacent. So the hypotenuse remains as 5, but the adjacent would be 4, this one up here. And let's just look at cot. So let's go cot. Let's make sure you can see the triangle. Let's go cot B. So cot, go to the third letter tan. So initially it's O on A, so this is A on O. So that's going to be, and it's B, so it'll be 3 on 4.